Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Gentlemen, stand up for the national anthems. We are about to begin with the national anthem of the visiting team, Hymn Narodowy Polski. Dziękuję bardzo, thank you very much. And now is the time for the national anthem of the Wales.
Wales. Good morning from Wrocław. Ralph Bednarczyk alongside Fraser Hunter. Two nations that, Fraser, have had their hearts broken in recent days. Poland, the host nation, losing yesterday in triple overtime to Slovakia after seeing their dream of finishing top 7 end 2 days ago at the hands of the 5th-seeded Irish. While Wales also losing in overtime 2 nights ago after 10 p.m. local time, as Poland in the face-off win in the white on red, Wales in the dark green on green. Wales losing in overtime to Czechia, and then yesterday, perhaps the hangover from that game and the disappointment, also losing convincingly yesterday to Greece.
Yeah, both coaches will definitely have had to regroup the players and say, look, the tournament's not over, let's be positive. Both had really good showings in those games, and they've got a lot to build on here. A lot of talented players, and it'll definitely be an interesting matchup.
Poland goes offsides while on offense, and that has been an issue they've been trying to clean up since game 1 in a narrow 10-9 loss to Czechia, who lost yesterday in the quarterfinals to Italy, as Czechia will try to battle their way to the loser's bracket of the championship portion of it to try to finish in the top 7. Room and time for the rip for Wales to start the scoring. Josh Simpson-Pink representing Wales now after 3 years ago. A member of England at the U20s, he starts it at 1-0.
Yeah, as a player who's gone through a lot of regrowth and personal development over the last couple of years, suffered a really bad injury in that tournament in Limerick. You can see he's back to his best there. He's come through the midfield, which is a bit of a surprise. He's been starting in attack, but giving that time and space up there, and he'll make you pay. Fantastic finish from Josh Simpson-Pink, and early on we've got a Wales lead.
Face-off for Poland. Greg Marzec against Jack Hallett. Marzec yesterday dominating Slovakia to a high number, about 90%, except Poland losing in triple overtime, the longest game of the day and longest game of the tournament. We've had 7 one-goal games. 2 have gone into overtime. Each of these 2 teams have lost those overtime games. In goal for Poland, Alex Budowski started against Ireland and played well 2 nights ago in the 12-5 game. In goal for Wales, Aaron Davey, again making the start. We'll go through the lineups in just a moment. Wales very deep inside and darting in. Jamie Chambers just coming in for the first time. Chambers, there was no slide to be seen, and Chambers is able to dunk it in around Budowski.
Yeah, he's been given the time to just turn that corner, Jamie Chambers. He's a player who was very influential for them out in San Diego, and he's had a bit of a quiet tournament so far. A couple goals here and there, but he's got one early here, and Wales really pushing on and showing that character that they definitely have. You can see Aaron Davey just hyping his team up from the back there. I know Grandad Jim back home, not able to make the trip out this time, but he'll definitely be proud to see.
Yeah, as I understand it, Jim Davey has been tuned into everything, and probably at least today, probably enjoying a breakfast today. As Jim Davey can watch grandson Aaron, who's been the starter in goal, who's had a good tournament for Wales defensively with Harry Perry, Finn Sykes, And Andrew Hopkins, the long pole midi, is Owen Edwards, the starters for Wales. As Davey locates a cutter, this is Jamie Chambers to come back for the clear. And for Wales, generally, their attack has been Josh Simpson-Pink, Ben Stringer, Alex Williams. But Coach Dan Fennell has a stacked group there. He's got 3 extra attackmen he can sprinkle in consistently. James Tiley on the first midfield with Tomo Rosser. And the third guy being Joe Harris. Go through the Poland starters in a second. Wales out at 2-0. Simpson-Pink and Chambers have started things off in the 12 versus 9 seed game. Here in the consolation portion of the Champions bracket. Williams, and he swings back looking for Stringer. And this is thrown away. Stringer just never used his stick and attempted to use his body. And heartbreak city for both nations because of that. Wales also putting a lot of stock and emotion and emotional capital in their group game against Ireland, where they lost to the Irish 5 days ago. This one carries through, and Davey will have the pickup. Then Wales needing a win over Croatia, and they were trailing big in that game. Came back only to lose it 9-8. This ball thrown away by Poland, attempting to clear crossfield, so both teams giving it back. And that hangover may have festered yesterday, talking to Dan Fennell. And they trailed early to Greece 10-5 and never quite got back into it. After they left the field here, that was on Tuesday night, probably left the field at 11 p.m. Game ended pretty much at 10 local time.
Yeah, and there was a lot to learn from that game. They showed great character to come back into it. And as you say, the lag yesterday won't have helped. And they've definitely come out firing today. Poland will be wanting to nullify it and get a response as soon as possible here.
And the same for the Poles. Triple overtime loss yesterday in the rain against Slovakia. Pass for Jamie Chambers. And on it is Adam Tomorek with Marcin Trach, Matthew Till, the starting close D every game of this tournament for Poland coach Bill McNamara. And the long pole, Bart Kanarek. Chambers comes away with it. Good extra outside. Josh Simpson-Pink and Zborowski makes the save. Poland is the team that's played the most zone in this tournament. And Poland expecting to play some of it, if not a good chunk, depending on how it goes against Wales today. As Jan Rydzak were approached with the clear. And for Poland on the attack, Lukas Hutzal, Jan Mikołaj Śmigol, Tyler Borko. The attack with Sebastian Zczycki, Sean Brennan, and Maciej Wojcik again getting the second run. And Poland missing Matthew Dyszkiewicz, their top initiating midfielder from early in the tournament. He is banged up as a key loss. Poland also without their next defender, Eli Kligerman, who also play with a short stick. And there are guys also playing and nursing injuries in the starting lineup. That's what this tournament is. And Śmigol, who got healthy just in time for the tournament with a shoulder injury, suffered a couple of months ago, and he is back. Brennan defended by Will Monks, who remains in as a D-midi. Profiles primarily as an attackman. Now Sebastian Zczycki will take the overhand shot, and Davey, I think, got a piece of it with the shot taken over the defender, and now Wales can push ahead. Transition from Joe Harris. Chambers brings it down in front. Stringer, look for the quick stick inside.
Yeah, it was a good option. Selfless from Jamie Chambers to kick it across to the experienced Ben Stringer, but just gets away from him. But a great ride there, and they get it back.
Active stick by the second long pole. That was Joe Cole that had a hard step. And Wales has it again. Wales yesterday was in an even 3-all game with Greece, and now an outside stinger. And Wales shooting the ball well. That's Joe Harris from the outside.
Yeah, he really is a leader in this team, Joe Harris. He will have wanted to regroup big time after the last couple losses. He's turned up today sporting a new handlebar moustache. new moustache, new him. It's a great finish early on, and his team extend their lead as we get a timeout from Poland, looking to nullify things and really try and get back in this game.
Nice slot in the zone. Joe Harris with a goal and an assist. Alex Williams on the assist there. So the deeper profile on this Wales team, and talking to Dan Fennell, great to see him again in another international tournament against the Czechs a couple nights ago. That's when he felt he saw his team play their very best in the second half. They trailed 7-2. Early third quarter, it was getting dark, and perhaps Wales, the 9 seed against the 8 Czechia, was also writing themselves off. But then a couple of plays occurred, and he saw the heart and the drive in his team that he knows they've had elevate to the surface. It showed itself in the moment, and he sees it on the field in terms of also their speed of play also increases when they're playing with their best heart and drive. Wales did everything to tie the game, tying it with under a minute to go. Josh Simpson-Pink with back-to-back goals in the final 90 seconds or so. And then a call against Wales in the overtime led to Czechia finally winning that game, I think, off of the second possession in overtime. And that's the way it ended. And that is what Wales comes away with here as Dan Fennell reflects. I saw our team's best in a snapshot. And like every coach, he said, we're all trying to find how can we elongate that very good and that fire and elongate it into multiple games.
Certainly. I mean, you just see it every game at the start when they sing that anthem with such pride. They do an a cappella rendition, which you can hear from the other side of the complex here. They're all proud to wear this Wales shirt, and I think it's just a case of they've got so many talented attackers. They just need to get things clicking, and they've started hot here today. But Poland equally, a team proud to represent this home nation. They themselves want to really step up, and they've definitely got the player pool to do so. Expect they will get back into it at some point here.
Timeout taken by Poland. Wales with possession again. Stringer out front against the Poland 3-3 zone look. Stringer now thinks about it. Oh, and he roofs it. Well, Ben Stringer dropped the ball a couple of times early in this game, but he really had time to think about and get his redemption.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted that early look, the easy one on the crease. I think he wanted more of a highlight reel goal. It's a kick down from Josh Simpson-Pink, and Stringer just using that low defenseman as a bit of a screen as he stings a low to high right in the top corner. He's off the mark today, and Wales yet again flying.
Ben Stringer had a key moment against Greece, and when you talk about moments that might ignite, trying to fight back against Greece, the Greek goalie Anthony Katagis is able to come up with a stop on Stringer at a point in yesterday's game, and Greece was able, or Wales just did not finish, and Greece built a lead up to 8-3, and they never looked back in the third quarter and won that game 10-5. Poland with possession, first one in a while. And they find themselves in the hole 4-0, 10 minutes in. Here's Błażej Pruszek. Get some action. Began the tournament on the first midfield, along with lefty Pavel Sobol coming in. Hutzal trying to use the brush screen. They chase him off of his left hand from Tom Porter. And then an outside shot goes Pavel Sobol. Big lefty at 6'4". They've been hoping to see him be a little less timid. He takes the shot. Not a lot of velocity, but he placed it. It's 4-1.
Yeah, it was a nice little initial dodge from Huchal. He kicks it across, and it's from range. But what a finish that is from Pavel Sobol. Fantastic. He's just painted a corner, and hopefully Poland will be able to mount a little bit of a comeback and get back into this game with just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Native of the capital city, Warsaw. Every time Coach Bill McNamara sees him, he seems to approve. And that might go under that same category getting a goal against an established nation like Wales, and an important one to start Poland with Sean Brennan winning the faceoff. Fraser, what's significant about long-range shooting like that? You saw Sobel take a little bit off. I don't think that was the greatest velocity, but what's key in long-distance shooting?
I think first of all, you've got to do it off a pass. If you're just standing in the keeper's set, he'll read it well, and they did it there. They kicked it across the top, made Aaron Davey just move a little bit, and then it's just a case of just picking your spot. I think a grip and rip straight down the middle is never going to go in, so if you put the accuracy that he did on, you're going to have fun all day.
Davey and his defense able to turn Poland over behind goal. And now the outlet ahead for Callan Stevens.
Yeah,
Comes on for the first time.
Yeah, club teammate of mine. It's great to see him getting some minutes. I know he didn't play as much against Czechia, but good to see him on early on here.
Jamie Chambers settles. 2.5 left first quarter. It's gone very well for Wales. They've looked comfortable against Poland's zone. That has stifled some teams. Slovakia yesterday, but Poland hurt themselves by taking too many penalties. Slovakia's man up is what got them back in the game. Poland led yesterday 5-2, as this is a drop pass out of the range of Josh Simpson. Pink, going with the pink stick head, I might add, if anybody cannot identify him.
Yeah, he's got a pink Q collar and pink tape as well. He's really living up to his name. It's more of a brand, I think.
Poland for the final 1:45 of the opening quarter. And then Poland as well, scoring 3 man-up goals too. Here's Hutzal, and right at Davey though, right at the stick. And Maciej Wojcik slipping down, looking for the rebound. Instead, it's grabbed by primarily the face-off man, Jack Hallett, who gets the run at D-mid.
Yeah, it was a good little well-worked shot. You saw Aaron Davey drop as the shooter dropped his hands, but as that ball came up, he read it really well.
And then Wales with a failed clear, unforced turnover. Jamie Chambers trying to reach and couldn't get it. So Juliusz Bokeh, as he throws over for Pruszek, will hit the final 60 seconds. Clock will stop on any whistle under 30 seconds in the first 3 quarters. And then in the last 2 minutes of the fourth. Sobol has the lone goal for Poland on a Hutzal assist. Zrzycki has the D-midi, and Paul Chapman, who's looking around, trying to figure out his help. And now Chapman will back off. Poland on opening night gave Czechia a good battle and ended 10-9. They trailed in that game 10-5 before running out of time in a spirited effort against the Czechs, who are going to finish no worse than 8th. Zrzycki runs into Chapman, bounces off of it. Hutzal, and a subtle little check by Tom Porter takes it at least out of his cross. Yeah. Call will go, though, against Wales.
Yeah, I think we've got an interference there. Just as Tom Porter's picked the ball up, teammate Harry Perry's just blocked off the Polish attacker. So they'll get the last opportunity this quarter.
Hutzal outside for Pruszek, and he could not bring the pass into his cross. 4-1 at the end of one. Wales, the 9 seed, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak here in the knockout round, taking on Poland, themselves, the host nation, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. 4-1 as we head to the second from Lax TV and World Lacrosse TV. It's 4-1 Wales, the 9 seed leading 12th seeded Poland. Start of the second quarter, and procedure is called against Poland with a face-off win taken by Will Graham. Wales a strong first 6 minutes. 1-1 for Joe Harris. Josh Simpson-Pink with 1-1 before Wales maybe got a little sloppy. Poland got a goal late. And Wales back in the attack here. And I think we just saw a glimpse of, again, how good Wales can be as they look to try to finish in the top 10 here in this tournament. The winner of this game will face the winner of Spain and Scotland. That'll be taking place later on today. The loser take on the loser of that game too. And a shot on the move. That's Joe Harris bidding for another. Good location, short side. Zbodowski may have gotten a little piece of it.
Yeah, there was a nice little screen there from Ben Stringer as Jamie Chambers turned the corner, freed up his hands for a pass up to Joe Harris off that big cut. Just over, but Wales retain it and they'll look to attack again here.
Poland now has switched back to a man-to-man look. Stringer. He's got the brush screen. Tomo Rosser for the first time. Chambers got the first run at attack. And the lefties pay things off now with his offhand. Oh, this is becoming the Jamie Chambers game. 5-1.
Yeah, he's really set the game alight here. Even in the goals that he didn't score, he was heavily involved in them. It's a fantastic little double split move there. I think the defender's expecting him to go to his left, and he takes full advantage of that, and then there's just no slide. I think he's shocked that he had that much time, but he picks out that top left-hand corner with his offhand, and it's 5-1 as things stand.
Wales very often will have two lefties on the attack. When they keep Williams, Graham overruns the faceoff. Mažec pursues 44 in white for Poland. And Mažec on the follow-up bulldozes his way through, and the whistle will point the way of Poland. Now Chambers with goals in each hand, and he'll remain out there. The proliferation of lefties in the UK, with England seeing them again yesterday. Fraser, you and I, 6 lefties that Sam Patterson has to mix and match. In the indoor game, of course, greatly valuable, but perhaps understated in the outdoor game.
Certainly, it's difficult at times to handle that many players that are comfortable on the left. I think naturally, as a defender, you tend to train against people that are right-handed and therefore naturally send them to the left hand.
Brennan, and Brennan shooting while going away from goal. And Sean Brennan, growing up during this tournament, has made it 5-2.
Yeah, it was an electric dodge. He's just got his hands free on the right-hand side, going away from goal, but he turns his hips as he shoots. That puts that shot on target, and it's a powerful effort right in the bottom corner past Aaron Davey.
His grandma from Poland is here, along with his mom, who's from Poland, and they have enjoyed this 10-day period, as well as dad, born and grew up in the United States. 5-2, and Sean Brennan with Poland's midfield depth having dropped off. Another key guy they're missing today, Chris Swoma, who's their number 3 face-off guy, valuable short stick midfielder and two-way midi. So Brennan seeing a lot more action the last 2 games as Paul Chapman, rugged D-midi, as he took a couple of knocks before getting it ahead. And Wales back to facing a man-to-man look of Poland. Off the bench, Will Monks turned away from the shot. Chapman finds the next cutter, and a sprawling kick save made by Zbodowski. One of the top saves of this tournament, stopping James Tiley.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Just shifted his weight down low really well.
And a more conventional save, 15-yarder by Will Monks attempted. Well, Alex Zbodowski from Toronto, Ontario, played well yesterday. One of his favorite athletes is a hockey goalie, Carey Price, longtime NHLer. And his mother is Polish, Aniela. 2 saves made by Zbrodowski, but Poland still needing the stop, trailing 5-2. Alex Williams, across it comes. Room and time for Harris. This one not coming back. Perhaps the Joe Harris game is being written 6-2. Harris now with 2 and 1.
Yeah, it's a patient attack. Alex Williams just looks across, sees that passing lane open, and skips it to Joe Harris right on the backside. We've already seen him hit one from outside today, and does the exact same there, just picks his spot well.
Another outside shot that goes for Wales, but what a outstanding save by Alex Zbrodowski.
Certainly was. He bailed his defence out with that one. Just unfortunate that Wales got the rebound.
Procedure called against Will Graham, facing off in lieu of Jack Hallett. But Hallett has been very solid in this tournament. He won the face-off battle against Ireland. But Ireland's defense in that matchup against Wales, that went 11-3 for the Irish. Irish turned over Wales at a very high rate. And Ireland proving to be extremely difficult to break down. And most highlighted and I think concluded by their commanding 12-6 win yesterday against Germany, where the 6-goal margin not even indicative of the final score and how well Ireland has played. And Wales in that one had the possessions and just couldn't move it well enough and quick enough. Here's Jan Rydzak against the Irish established 6-on-6 defense, but Hallett did his job in the X. Sobol has got one of the 2 Polish goals. Szytycki. Borko in tight Schmiegel. Now Schmiegel turning below GLE, then lost it. Tomo Rosser on the ground ball.
Yeah, it was a great little move from the Polish attacker. He just left his stick out to dry. A nice little trail check from Harry Perry on the recovery. Sees Wales yet again with the ball upfield.
Wales led 4-0. Their lead back to 4. Past the midway point of our second quarter. As Poland will sub on. Actually, Eli Kliegerman is playing, number 6 in white. You know, Poland is missing a couple players. So Kliegerman is going. I thought I saw him not dressing earlier. Rosser takes the face dodge, and that shot never got through. So a Polish stick helping out Zbrodowski. Rydzak trying to play Schmiegel ahead. And Schmiegel cannot pick it up. Ground ball belonging to Andrew Hopkins. Wales on it again, but then as they try to ignite transition, it was behind Simpson Pink.
Yeah, it was a nice little move initially from Tomo Rosser. He just slipped under his defender, but a nice check from the slide package, and Poland almost able to get the ball upfield.
Here is Williams, and we have a whistle as a flag is down. I think the pass actually came outside the box. That's what blew it dead.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Poland is going to go in the box. And that's going to be...
I think it was an illegal substitution, potentially. Maybe too many men on the field. Either way, it was a 30-second technical, and Wales get the opportunity to utilise this man up.
Chambers getting a man up look. First man up for Wales. Harris wanted to step into that one. Tiley at the top. And receives a quick jab from Bokeh. And in this pass, sails past Simpson Pink. Well, we are all even. As Wales never really got organized into a rhythm on the man up. Now Simpson Pink took it into traffic. And a hold is called on Josh Simpson Pink. So a possession that Wales would like to forget about. Transition for Poland with 5 minutes to go. First half.
They'd really like to use this possession now, Poland. And they've had the ball, they've created a few chances, a few big saves from Aaron Davey. But if they want to get back into this game, it needs to start now.
Brennan. Still probably the freshest legs for Poland. Brennan.
It's almost a carbon copy of his first goal. This time just sending it over, but he's got that threat when he drives over the top.
Pruszek as he reverses quarters. And Pruszek in trouble and tried to shove it along for Borko. Not a good pass. Harry Perry pursues. Pruszek gets it back. Down to Borko, who fires, and Tyler Borko has got the ball. And the goal, 6-3 on a broken play. It became unsettled, and Borko, who had a good game yesterday against Slovakia, has cut it to 6-3.
Yeah, Pruszek did really well to win that ball back after he got stripped. He's just kicked it down, and Tyler Borko with a fantastic finish to that far pipe. He was saying that Poland needed to score then to get back into it and get a rhythm going. Well, they did exactly that.
2 goals and an assist yesterday for Atlanta, Georgia native Tyler Borko. And with his father in attendance watching this tournament, Dad Lee. And Borko has since moved down and played some attack and some midfield in the later games of this tournament as Majic, his first clean face-off win against Graham. Now fired ahead, here's Tomorek, and a great read by Davey. Davey cut off the pole, Tomorek chop checks down on it, and it'll eventually be settled in the crease for Harry Perry, but that was all movement by Aaron Davey, putting himself into position to make a good save.
Yeah, it was a great look from Borko inside to his long stick midfielder, and then Aaron Davey just sort of baited him into shooting there and then got his body behind that ball. And there's some great fight on the ground ball to get the ball back for his team. I'm sure Grandad Jim will be proud.
Davey short hopping Rosser. And Rosser is able to turn and then leave the attackman in the dust. But a timeout will be taken here by Wales. 2:18 left, so Coach Dan Fennell having 2 timeouts to use. He'll spend one here. Wind starting to pick up, as it's been par for the course here in southwest Poland. We're in the town of Wrocław, very close to the German and Czech border. Gray clouds beyond us. Wales had to deal with it 2 nights ago. They didn't start their game until 7:45 p.m. local time against Czechia on this field. And they had to play when it was still wet against Czechia. Trailed that game 7-2, fought back, forced the first overtime game, but then lost it. And that dashed their chances to try to play against one of the top 4 seeds in the quarterfinals and finish in the top 7. 6-3 is our score. Joe Harris with 2-1. Josh Simpson-Pink 1-1. And Jamie Chambers 2 goals to lead Wales, who got off to a good start, a quick start at 4-0. Alex Williams also with 2 assists. So now Wales try to come out of the timeouts. They had tryouts back in September with a UK-based team. They did some joint practices with England, with home internationals tournament. James Tiley will start. He was robbed of a goal by Alex Bodowski last possession. Rosser popping out for a shot and hitting the corner again. This time it's Stringer. Well, a nice play set up, backside. Rosser delivered the pass.
Yeah, they were patient with it, Wales. Nice little pass down from Tommy Rosser. That low angle shot. You saw him do it down the other end in the first quarter, Stringer. That low to high is something that he really likes to pull out his bag and gets his second today.
Out of Wales' 7 goals, I'd say 5 have been of the step-down variety, Fraser. Maybe just 2 around the crease. So they have been able to move the ball well to the backside, get great shots.
I think that might be something they've seen in the scout report. Poland's defence, whether they're in zone or man-to-man, they're always compact and they like to drop in to offer that help. So if you can get heads turning, you can kick it out for that big shot, and they do have some good shooters. But so do Poland, and they'll be hoping to get another one back before a quarter with 50 seconds left here.
Greg Majets won another face-off. 40 seconds left, and Brennan has seized his role as the main initiator. His quickness has been a problem for teams. Brennan deals it back for Zachitsky. Pass off the stick of Sobol. And Poland with a timeout. And they'll take it here with 25 seconds left. Poland was in position yesterday. They had the ball at 11 and a half minutes of 3 overtimes, Fraser. They had the ball for, I'd estimate, 10 minutes and 45 seconds of those 3 overtimes. But credit Slovakia's defense for holding on for a very long time. Poland also had a chance to win the game in regulation, calling a timeout with 90 seconds left, but could not get a quality look. And that great balance that these players are still, especially some that did not play in the U.S., learning the difference of playing not to lose and having the courage to take a shot and also the right shot at the right time. There's a lot of components to that at the end of game situations.
Yeah, of course. It is a difficult balance to try and find. Obviously, you want to try and get the goal, but you've got to manage it a little bit because all it takes is losing a face-off, and we've seen it multiple times this tournament. Face-off guys just winning it to themselves and going down and scoring. So just because you score doesn't mean you've necessarily won it, except, of course, in golden goal. But this Poland team, they've definitely got the talent to get back into this game. Wales' defence has been solid as ever today. A lot of movement off ball from the Poland team will hopefully open that up, and they'll look to do so here, try and get one back just before half time.
They'll start it with the veteran Rydzak. Hutzal, the return to Brennan, and Davey looked behind him, but it was at his feet. Aaron Davey making one more save. Now he'll cheap clear it the length right to Matthew Till of Poland, and this will expire the first half. Aaron Davey up to it late. Sean Brennan with his latest look for Poland, but it is 7-3 Wales at halftime. Wales, the 9 seed, battling 12-seeded Poland as the two teams battle and aim for a top 10 finish before the week is done in the consolation portion of the championship bracket. 7-3 is our halftime score. Back in 10 minutes to bring you the second half on Lax TV and World Lacrosse TV.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
may have to play against when you're trying to dodge and use quickness against the size of these Wales defenders. That has been the definite strength. As Sebastian Zachitsky's hands were tied up by Joe Cole, and the shot is way wide.
Yeah, you've got to think, though, the slippy surface goes both ways. Poland have quick players, and recovery steps are going to be even harder for these Welsh defenders. So if they can get the step on them, they can definitely get free a lot easier, I would say.
The breakup of the pass by Paul Chapman, but it's chopped into the stick of Brennan across. He was looking for Schmiegel, and the pass did not get through. And it's eventually held up enough by Wales, but now a hold will be called on Wales, and Poland will get it back.
Yeah, they've had the ball for the first 2 minutes here, Poland. They've been patient with it. I think that's something they will have talked about. They didn't have much possession in that first half. So they'll just want to work the right looks and really get opportunities when they do have the ball. And of course, the longer you have it, the more your opponent's attack get frustrated and they get a bit trigger happy.
Hutzal took a chop check from Finn Sykes, moves it along to Schmiegel, and now the rain has opened up in Wrocław, Poland. Zachitsky, and shot off target. Even in the games where it rained before the game, footing was very difficult, where you really have to wait a half day for this particular turf field to dry. Pass is away from Pruszek, and it'll be in over and back.
Yeah, it's frustrating for Poland. They worked a couple of really good looks there, couldn't get the goal to go, and on a 3-minute possession to start the second half, they really would have wanted one there.
And Fraser, you've played in this being a native Scot. I've heard coaches discuss how can we use the weather to our advantage when you know the rain is coming. And even playing a little up-tempo, trying to score a lot first quarter has come up a couple times as a thought, because then once weather arrives, even the heavy winds, that tends to help the defenses. Or so it seems, or is theorized.
Yeah, I think if you're attacking in this, it's just a lot of off-ball cuts, just hoping that you find your foot in on those cuts. But Wales, obviously with a 4-goal lead, having practiced in similar conditions, I think they'll really try and take the sting out of the game and suffocate this Polish team of the ball as much as possible. Just to do so now, Jamie Chambers looking to engage behind. He was good with a couple of goals in the first half. I think the game is going to be won between the lines with this weather. It's how they transition, how they keep the ball.
That's Joe Harris with a right-hand shot, dodging right. Stringer, and he was in the high slot area, but it's in and out of his stick. Then the recovery inside. Oh, they get a great area for a shot from James Tiley with a late flag out.
Yeah.
8-3 Wales.
Yeah, it's come off a dropped pass from Stringer. It was a nice cut. Josh Simpson-Pink yet again with a fantastic little one-handed pick-up. He gets his head up, looks inside, and what a take that is from James Tiley. Under pressure from two defenders, he just turns well and sticks it right in the back of the net.
We apologize, we're working on our camera. I think it is, the score is 7-3 Wales. As we're trying to take precautions here to cover up.
I think that goal has made it 8-3.
Yep, it is 8-3, yeah. But we are taking precautions, I think, in the meantime to cover up our cameras here with this weather arriving in a sudden. It is 8-3, and Wales back to 5. This is their largest lead, actually.
Yeah, I was just about to say interesting. So the penalty was for an illegal body check, I think. But they've deemed it just before the goal, so that's why we're starting with a face-off, and it's not an instant Wales possession. It's a great fight on the face-off here.
Jack Hallett faced off against Sean Brennan, and it is Hallett that comes away with strength
And he gets
after
a
that
flag.
stalemate. And Wales will go man up.
It's going to be 2 men up. Obviously, the first flag just before the goal for an illegal body check, and then a slash there. So they'll really want to try and work this advantage with Poland sat in a 4-man zone. Poland, of course, one of the teams that have utilised the zone most in this tournament so far. So hopefully for them, that practice will pay off when they've got to sit in the 4-man.
Jamie Chambers with the shot. He's already scored twice. Wales having backup and a chance to really separate and perhaps bury this game for Wales. First penalty is over. On comes D-Midi Patrick Wojcik to go along with the 4 Poles.
It's interesting. I'm just looking. Poland just really confused in attack with numbers here. They only seem to have 2 attackers on, but
That's Tomorek with an active stick just to deflect it and chew up some more clock. 8-3 Wales. Stringer down to Harris, trying to take it across, and his stick was lifted. Good defense again by Adam Tomorek. And fine defender, leadership, captain in box, the backbone of the defense, has really learned how to be very disciplined in his stick after fouling at a high rate earlier in his career.
something that you see a lot with this Polish defence. They're really good at getting the stick in the right places and being a nuisance. It's another fantastic check, as you say. And now the other penalty is released, so we're going to be all even on this possession for Poland. The heavens really have opened up here.
And a programming note, one of the semifinals has moved to later in the day as Tyler Borko's shot goes wide. As the Italy versus Ireland semifinal, the first semifinal, the other being England versus Israel, has moved now to 5:30 local time in Wrocław. So moving 2 hours later, perhaps with the weather in mind. Director of Weather Observation here of the tournament, Natasha Robbins, perhaps involved in that decision.
Got a flag there. I'll be interested to see what that's for. I think something maybe off ball. Great pressure from Harry Perry though. Yeah, we've got a hold. It's a technical. I think it was off ball. Looks like it is. Might be Tom Porter going to serve that one. Was indeed. So Poland with a good opportunity to try and claw one back. Score is 83 to Wales as things stand.
Borko fires down. He slipped as he released the pass, and he had Hutzal.
Yeah,
I think that's the first example after 10 minutes of rain we've seen, Fraser.
Certainly, it'll be a frustrating one because it was the right look. Borko just wide open on a little cut. Hutzal wide open, and Borko's seen him well, but as his foot slipped, the ball just went wayward. And Aaron Davey just looking to kill this penalty now. No real pressure on him from the Polish attackers.
And the 30 seconds has now expired.
No call to get it in. Obviously not looking to advance the ball there, Aaron Davey. Good hustle from Finn Sykes to get back on side for him, but got to get it in quickly or they may be called for the stall.
The rare stall, get it into the box call, and now keep it in is signaled against Wales. So at the edge of the top of the box, Stringer, and he threw it out. So the call was right in front of him, but no one communicated for Wales that they had to keep it in.
There's a lot of confusion from Ben Stringer. I'm not sure if he didn't hear the initial call. He's an experienced player. I thought he would have known that, but fantastic opportunity yet again for Poland. It's been a low-scoring quarter. I think the weather very much a factor in that. Both teams really trying to figure out how to play on this surface in the rain. Wales aren't going to complain if it stays that way, though.
18-year-old Maciej Wojcik, just graduating high school and as a significant part of the future of Polish lacrosse. Dishes for Borko.
I think really interesting stance there from Paul Chapman. He's sunk in heavily. I think that is a sign of the pitch. Defensive coach Nick Hewitt has probably told them, don't engage as high because you're not going to be able to recover.
Pruszek. And the D-Witty Will Monks staying on him, then shoves him back past the restraining line. Borko fires down low. Wojcik! Well, the first mistake we've seen today defensively from Wales. Maciej Wojcik was by himself in front of Davy.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see this one back. I don't know who was meant to be marking him, but he is wide open, and Aaron Davey just telling his defence they've got to be more switched on. It's probably one of the easiest goals he's going to score, but he took it calmly and brings him within 4 now.
8-4 is our score. And we're trying to fix our graphic. There it is, 8-4 showing. Face-off win belonging to Poland. Here's Christian Zwolewski, who's been the starting goalie, but very athletic, and he can come on to run some attack or D-mid and help out with Poland down at least 2 players and big midfielders in Słoma and Dyszkiewicz that would run a lot. .2:15 to go in the third. Looks like the rain has slightly let up. It's been coming in pockets. We had I'd say we had 1 full day without rain. Nice drawing dump, and the shot from Pavel Sobol is blocked.
Yeah, we saw him get their first goal with a big outside rip. Can't quite get that one to go. Good defence from Wales.
Hutzal for Sobel after the overpass by Wills, picked up by Till. Final 90 seconds of the third. Can Poland get 1 more? And leaving them a lot of time in the fourth quarter to battle back. This is a battle between 12th-seeded Poland, 9th-seeded Wales. And they have dropped their first 2 games of the knockout round as Sobol was able to shovel his feet and get a decent look. Hutzal for Zhachitsky. And then Zhachitsky just lost an edge, but the interference will be called on Wales.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate of a call, but Poland won't complain. Oh, they're giving it away there.
And then Brennan sails it on Borko. What's your rule of thumb in bad weather with skip passes or long passes?
I think if he's wide open like that, I would do it, but you've got to make sure you hit the mark. I think, especially with 45 seconds left, which is what he had, I maybe wouldn't go for it just off the turnover.
And Davies' pass too high for Hallett, but backed up by Stringer. 15 seconds for Wales. Jamie Chambers. Wales still subbing on midfielders. Time to go with 10 for Simpson Pink. Tiley. Down into Chambers, and that pass sails on him. With 2 seconds showing, this will eliminate the third quarter. Tiley early, and Maciej Wojcik late. The scoring in the period.
I think they are pulling it back to the end line. The whistle hadn't gone before the long pass, so he's going to get a second opportunity to repeat it now.
Have a chance for 1 more heave. Well, Till really wants to fire it just to see if he can reach Aaron Davey, who's doing jumping jacks. And the heave is actually over the head of Davey. That's impressive. That'll take us to the fourth, 8-4 from rainy Wrocław. You're watching the 2025 Men's European Lacrosse Championship on Lax TV and World Lacrosse TV.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse.
It's at the face-off. Now coming out in front, Borko. The ball found him, and he missed the shot. What a goal that could have been and meant to make it 8-5.
Yeah, I think he would have really caught Aaron Davey off guard there, but just putting it wide. We see the field really coming into play. So there's a slip behind there from Huchal, but he retains the ball and gets it up top.
Zachitsky delivers the pass to Hutzal. Prushek rolling back. Here comes the double. Borko is open, and Borko could not hit the shot. He immediately looked right to his strings. Frazier, what is that about? That shot from a tight spot just exploded in the other direction.
Yeah, I saw an interesting interview with Brennan O'Neill where he said the best advice he ever got was to not learn to string, because you instantly start tweaking your stick and blaming that. It was a good shot just off the mark, and he'll be hoping the next one does kick in for him.
So then who should string?
Well, people that aren't as good at playing, I guess.
Right.
People that referees, let's say.
Right. Well, because someone on a team has to be the guy. In front, Zachitsky. Oh, that's Christian Zvolewski, the goalie, with the assist. And Poland is within 3 with a lot of time left.
Yeah, it was well worked. I was talking before, if you're going to neutralise this field and really utilise the weather, it's going to be off-ball cuts. And he did so there. Nice little kick inside and just a quick stick finish to that far pipe. Gets them within 3. Yeah, I think going back, it is a difficult balance. Someone's got to be able to string the sticks for the boys, but I've not mastered it so far, so I guess I can continue shooting without worrying about having to change it up.
I would think for me as a lacrosse outsider, Matthew Till, face-off win for Poland, and he'll behind the back it here for Zborowski. I would think that probably a defender, not a face-off guy either, but then a defender would have to be among the stick stringing guys, at least not the offensive players, because then it'll get in their heads, right? That's what we're translating.
Yeah, certainly.
From Brennan O'Neill, because then you start to look at the stick rather than your technique.
Yeah, it's like the old saying, a bad workman blames his tools. You don't want to be able to blame your tools. You want to just be able to focus on the job at hand and correct your technique enough to put it in the back of the net. But Borko, who is what started this conversation, he's a handy player, and I'm sure the next one will definitely be on target.
Hutzal trying to retreat from Harry Perry. Or make that rather, that was 9, Finn Sykes.
Yeah, fun fact about him, his name's actually Oscar. You'll see it on his name badge here, but what a shot that is.
Brennan, low save made by Davey.
It sort of came out of nowhere, that shot. They took the sting out of the attack, and he's just made a little move. Brennan got his hands free. Davey up to the job.
Finn Sykes legged the ground ball forward. And Wales back on the attack. It continues to be a light drizzle in Poland, but not what it was at the start of the third quarter. That made it difficult. We had just 2 goals combined in the third. I think largely due to that. Wales started the game hot 4-0. 4-1 after 1, 7-3 Wales at the break. Ben Stringer. Chapman looking for a goal, and Zborowski stops the D-Midi by trade. But the outlet for Wojcik.
It was a great save and a great distribution from the keeper.
Tomorek, a little too cash. He had his pocket picked. Now time to line up the shot for Simpson Pink, and Zborowski, quicker to the end line, gets back up.
Yeah, great work from Zborowski. And now we've got a penalty, I think. Delay of game from Alex Williams. Poland are going to get a free clear and a man-up opportunity. It's all come from that fantastic bit of hustle from Zborowski. That could change the game a little bit there. Poland really wanting to get something out of this man-up.
10 minutes to go. Pruszek joining Wojcik and Zachitsky on the midfield man-up. The throwback, Zachitsky across, Hutzal stuffs it in. Zachitsky threw him a rope. It's 8-6.
Yeah, it was a fantastic pass across. You see him really extend his arms out to get the lane for that one. Just a nice little quick stick on the doorstep. He'll thank his teammate for an absolute great assist. And yet again, Lucas Huchal being a big player for this Polish side.
That's been their man-up play that they have hit on occasion in this tournament. 8-6. We'll hit 9 minutes to go. Poland once trailed by 5. Majic and Graham. They tumble over each other. Hold is called, though, on Majic. And what feels like a significant possession for Wales. They've turned it over a couple times. Last trip down, Paul Chapman had a shot 2 turns ago. Shot denied by Zborowski. Harris, no angle though, but he got deep near the crease. And Majic, the face-off man, getting stuck on defense.
Yeah, I don't think they'll mind taking a bit of time with this. Played a lot of D this quarter, Wales. The longer they have the ball, it's the less time Poland have to complete a comeback.
Harris, Chambers, and Zborowski knocks that down. And it's Majic, the face-off guy, that picks up the ground ball ahead for Tomorek. And a chance for Poland to perhaps run for the first time. Tyler Borko, trail man Kliegerman. Borko down to Hutzal. It's a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it's fantastic transitional play. It all came from Jamie Chambers' shot off the crossbar and some great work from Poland to get it up the field quickly. And Huchal yet again on that bottom pipe. It's what he does, just a nice little pump fake, puts it past Aaron Davey. And as you say, we've got a 1-goal game here. Fantastic work from Poland to show resilience and a big comeback.
Well, they've stayed the course. And we discussed dangerous moments in the second quarter for Poland. Wales had a chance to truly separate and perhaps put the game on ice in that second. They led 6-2. Numerous chances there to really maybe push it to 6. As Dvalewski off the wing, we'll see Till handle and throw back to his goalie. Poland looking for the clear, and then a chance to tie the game. And as they'll get the clear, however, offsides is called on Poland with under 7 minutes left.
I was just about to say that's fantastic work to get the ball off the face, really build on that momentum, but just sloppy error gives Wales the opportunity to hopefully end this Polish run and extend their lead a little bit. Wales not really clicked the way they did in that first quarter. They came out firing, and Poland's defence has really stepped up in a big way, been more physical and matched feet on the cuts. Made it hard for Wales. It's Will Monks kicking it out to Joe Harris. It's Josh Simpson-Pink.
Tiley pops out. A player knocked down. Wales asking for a call off ball. Drop back to Chambers. A deliberate possession here. And interference is called instead on Wales off ball.
Yeah, I think they just need to stop focusing on what the Polish defenders are doing and just work on getting free. I think it was a little bit of a moving pick that was called. But Poland really with a big possession here. The opportunity to get back in this game.
Zachitsky, he'll take the quick snapshot. Poland with backup will be under 5 minutes to go. Borko locates the cutting Hutzal! A tie game in Wrocław with 4:45 and counting. Poland 8, Wales 8.
Yeah, who else? He's got the last two and he's got another one here. A little bit further out, but it's a great dodge over the top and a nice little kick down from Tyler Borko, and then of course Hutzal with a fantastic finish. Wales really need to find a bit of momentum here before Poland take over this last quarter.
Borko with consecutive assists. Lucas Hutzal, all 3 of his goals coming in the fourth, 3 straight. It's a 5-goal run by Poland, and now procedure is called against Wales. And Poland with a chance to take the lead, the 12 seed, against 9th-seeded Wales. Winner will take on the winner between Spain and Scotland tomorrow. Poland just played a 1-goal game yesterday, losing in overtime in 3 overtimes to Slovakia. Timeout taken here by Coach Bill McNamara. While 2 nights ago, Wales just played a 1-goal game, losing at the hands of Czechia.
Yeah,
also in a single overtime.
I think that's an interesting decision from the Polish coach. If it was me, I maybe would have left the boys out there and let them play. They've been hot, they've been sharp. I think calling a timeout just gives an opportunity for Wales to regroup and try and find something. But Poland really have taken over this game. We thought it was going to be Wales that would have the advantage with the weather and the slippy pitch. But Poland just clicking here. And the heart and desire from this home team has been phenomenal today.
After getting beat up by Ireland 2 nights ago in the 5-12 game, led 5-2 yesterday against Slovakia, only to see the Slovaks stay close, then force overtime on a late goal, and then win it in triple overtime despite having no possessions. And Poland taking the field, trailed 4-0, and looked like Wales was en route to running away with it.
Certainly did. It's going to be a big possession for Poland, and this defensive Wales set, I'm sure Nick Hewitt's mustered something up for them to try and get a turnover and to get that ball up the other end. for their attack to start clicking like they did in that first quarter.
Poland will bring back Rydzak along with Brennan and Zachitsky on the midfield. Again, there's no shot clock in the international game. Clock will stop on any whistle with under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Schmiegel will swing for Borko. Hutzal search for the rollback. Drop off for Brennan. Now they look to the backside. Brennan the fight through. Brennan then is held up there. Poland asking for a flag. They do have backup. An aggressive face dodge from Sean Brennan. Rydzak trying to work on Jack Hallett. Harry Perry all over Schmiegel. Chases him well outside the box. And Borko will try. Thought about the jump shot while fading away as it popped up in the air and an easy grab for Wales.
We've got a flag on the field as well. I think a slash in transition, I don't know why. Oh, timeout for Wales, that's smart, and they're going to get a man-up opportunity off the back of it. It's a slash for 1 minute on the clear, and fantastic work from Wales there to just withhold that pressure from Poland. Obviously got a bit lucky as the slip from Tyler Borko as he turned that corner, but they won't complain as they get this ball up.
8-8, 2 minutes 13 seconds left, and Wales can now talk about how they can try to perhaps take the lead and end this game. Wales ahead of this tournament received some very inspirational words, I think on a video call or maybe a FaceTime chat from David Leach, who is an esteemed member of the United Kingdom, frankly, lacrosse community, not just the Wales community. David Leach was the first player from Europe selected in the NLL draft years ago. And in 2022, Leach suffered a serious spinal cord injury playing box lacrosse while representing England or Great Britain team. There is no Wales team yet for box, but he shared his experience about playing in these European championships, and that is what Coach Dan Fennell wanted to bring in, an extra voice, someone different to talk to the team. And David Leach, who is still, I think, in his recovery and working every single day. We wish the very best to Mr. David Leach, who was a fine player and one of the original great players in box out of the United Kingdom, as David Leach with some inspirational words to this Wales team ahead of this tournament. Wales into the timeout, and they have a man up to try to take the lead again. They once led by 5 at 8-3. Also, they bring in the veteran Paul Simpson. First time we've seen him.
Really disciplined defence here from Poland. Wales just struggling to break it down.
Stringer dishing from the angle. Simpson, not much there. Stringer will try the shot and bury it. A little bit of interference run. Simpson with the drop pass with the assist. It's 9-8 Wales with 1:24 showing.
Yeah, it was a nice little pot pass. And Simpson, that experienced head, just cutting through and keeping that defender occupied, which gave Ben Stringer, that's his third underarm shot of the day, that's found the back of the net. They get their lead back. And now they'll try and win this face-off, which they do have a man advantage for. Clock obviously stopping because it's within the last 2 minutes, and they get that ball back. Wales face-off guy just gone early for Poland, and Ben Stringer will come out and pick that up for his team.
Still time left on Poland's man down, a 1 minute non-releasable slash. They look for the stop, 1 minute to go.
And now the penalty.
And now we're all even
Yeah.
as Walewski crosses over. Poland will look to force the turnover. Wales to try to play keep away for a minute. James Tiley along the sideline. Wales does have a timeout left. Now Tiley will throw it back. And Tiley got the timeout granted. I'm not sure who he was trying to throw to, but Dan Fennell had that timeout.
I'm not
standing next to the official.
Yeah, I'm not sure if just before that they called a stall warning knowing that they were going to try and kill the clock. It looked like it to me. So I think he just turned and tried to throw it to someone, anyone, to keep that possession. But good call and good game management from Dan Fennell to call the timeout, and James Perrin, the attacking coach, just settle the nerves in his offence and come up with a scheme of who's going to see this game out for them. Obviously, they came out flying in that first quarter. They would have hoped it would have been a bit of a smooth sailing game, but big testament to Poland for the fight, for that comeback. They're obviously the other end of a comeback yesterday, so hoping 54 seconds on the clock, they can put the pressure on, get the ball up the other end, and let their attacking powers of Borko and of course Huchal, who's been fantastic today, let them go to work.
It will be Wales ball along the far sideline. 54 seconds left. Again, clock will stop on any whistle. We'll see if Poland looks to double the ball. Zbrodowski remains in cage.
They will double it. It's Josh Simpson-Pink, the ball carrier for Wales. I know he's picked up a few injuries so far this tournament, so moving a little bit gingerly.
And they shoot on the open goal, and Simpson-Pink scores from great distance.
And he
Barely inbounds, and he shoots the ball in on a line drive, 10-8.
Yeah, and he turns round and celebrates with his club teammate and attacking coordinator James Perrin there. It's a fantastic shot from him. I think that's what they will have been talking about. Let's extend the lead. We've been dominant on the face-off. And you can hear how proud his mum is in the stands behind us. She's come out and thoroughly supporting this Wales side.
Well, the guts to take a shot like that, to do or die kind of a shot.
Yeah,
Josh Simpson-Pink with all net, did not even bounce it.
Yeah, we've seen him score quite a few from range this tournament. None quite as far as that one, but ball's all the way back with Aaron Davey now.
40 seconds left, and Davey to start the clear for Rosser. Wales trying to hang on to take on either Spain or Scotland, the winner of that one. Back behind is Stringer. Wales led 4-0. Poland had a chance to take the lead late. They made a furious comeback, down 5 to tie it.
Joe Harris played his university lacrosse at MMU, and he's certainly took advantage of the SNC training there with the athleticism to just run through. But he gets pushed out of bounds, and Poland get the opportunity to get it up now.
Zbrodowski quickly trying to hustle. We get a whistle stopping it with 5 seconds left. Let's see if they add any more time to this. They will have to actually back Poland up after Harris slips down. But it is inevitable at elementary. Wales on the verge of blowing a 5-goal lead. They hold on. And with actually 2 seconds left, Wales is going to advance. Despite the rain that disrupted the way this game was playing and disrupted Wales, Wales able to dig deep and play tremendous defense late to come out on top. The 9 seed holds off the 12. Poland, 10-8 is our final score. Wales will now await the winner between Scotland and Spain tomorrow. Josh Simpson-Pink with the sealing goal. Ben Stringer the go-ahead from Joe Simpson, the great veteran and iconic Welsh star of lacrosse. With 1:24 left, gave Wales the lead that they would not relinquish, and Wales' defense prevented Poland from eventually taking the lead The one possession they had it. 10-8 is our final score. What a good game for the Men's European Lacrosse Championship in Wrocław, Poland. For my partner, Fraser Hunter, a pleasure. My name is Ralph Bednarczyk, saying so long and goodbye until our very next game. We'll talk to you very soon from Wrocław.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Team Wales after their game against Poland. Ben, great game today, 3-0. Or you had 3 goals yourself. 10-8 was the final score. What had to occur to go right for you guys to win today?
Look, I think we were coming off the back of a tough loss yesterday, and the boys really rallied together yesterday to get themselves ready for today. We really came out, put a lot of pressure on offensively, got some early goals, and really controlled the game in the first 2 quarters. We then had a bit of a wobble, but managed to pull it back in the end. I think we were always in control.
You guys always seem to play in these mucky conditions, always having this rain and stuff. Is it true that you guys might be better in this rain?
We love the rain. We love the mud. Probably could have done with a bit more of it today, to be honest. But yeah, we were used to playing this back in Wales, so it's familiar.
What does the brotherhood mean of this team? The chemistry that you guys got, just the togetherness that you guys play, what does it mean to you?
Boys, look, we've played together for a long, long time. You know, there's some old faces in there, some new faces, but we spend so much time together, and we really sort of bond as a team internally. The coaches are all great at sort of keeping us as a family, and it really does feel like that a lot of the time.
One more time, Ben Stringer, number 13 of Wales, as they defeat Poland 10-8 here at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championships.